Previously on Hilltopper and Pilgrim.
Trust me, Gnihsion is not a place for an extended vacation. Do not get trapped down there.
Okay, so who are you and where are we?
We're in Gnihsion, and I am Zigabeth. Honestly, I just need you all to stay here for the next couple days. I am preventing the Pumice's prophecy.
I'm assuming you are the Guardians, because the Guardians are supposed to save the Pumice from this world.
How's Jak? How's everybody at the Urchins doing?
Everybody's good. They're actually on a little quest right now. They went...
Yeah, it kind of sucks that they left me and Jamie out.
I just wanted to let you know, Gray's kind of mad at you. Just wanted to let you know that.
What about?
You didn't invite me to go to the Guardian home base. If anything happens to me, or you're in danger, find the Forge of Control.
Oh, the surface world.
The surface world, thank you.
Well, you would have to get over there.
Okay.
And he points miles and miles and miles away. There is a huge mountain range. And there is a huge beam of light shooting
what
from
I figured.
the mountain. We left you guys off with Blue saying that he wanted to take you back to his home. We are going to jump to that scene, so we aren't going to do any cleanup of getting Jak out of a spider web and waiting for the map or anything. All of that has already happened.
Okay.
And so now I'm setting the scene of you guys in the pumice hole.
Oh, okay.
You guys good with that?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm already cleaned up and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
So Blue has taken you into his village, which is underneath some of the world of Gnihsion. So now you are underground.
Oh dear.
The village is very bustling. There is a lot of hills. It's pretty enclosed, so it's kind of dark. So they have either torches or like mushrooms that glow. So this area of Gnihsion is a bit darker than the area you were just in. So even though this is a relatively big village, there's only about less than a dozen Pumice there. There's not that many as you would expect would be in this big town.
I mean, it made it sound like there was going to be an arena full of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's much nicer than that. It is a little civilization. And so for the few Pumice that are there, you can tell they have a very carefree lifestyle. A lot of them are very happy and chipper. You don't really see too much of like an armory or anything, but you see lots of restaurants and like instruments and little like constructed towers. Little areas for them to play with, like the children, which you see a couple little children there, and they're very tiny because everybody is between like 2 feet and 2.5 feet tall. There's maybe like a couple that are 3 feet, which is Emmi's height, but that's like unusual. So this is the area that you're in. Right now, you are in a tavern that the people who are kind of left are still celebrating and living their life. And you were sitting at a table with all of your friends. Quentin, Emmi, Jak, Roxy, and Gray are sitting with Blue, and you guys are having a little bit of a hard time sitting on the seats because they're made for very, very small people. And to describe the Pumice again, they're inspired by Fraggles.
Oh,
I mean, there's a bonus scene at the end of the last episode where I talk about this is all like Jim Henson stuff. So if you're picturing Muppets and Dark Crystal and Labyrinth and Fraggles like I am, then that's what these characters are like. But a more literal description is they are almost like a dinosaur and a rodent mixed together. And they have kind of like really big noses and really big eyes, and their skin is like felt to emulate that Muppet-like exterior.
Oh, okay. Because as you're describing it, I'm like, is this like a CGI render of like a realistic Muppet? 'Cause that's frightening. But like, so it's like actual Muppet looking like creatures.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I didn't know if I needed to be frightened or be, wow, I love you.
Compared to Zigabeth, who said that he is Scorian, or he is a Scoria creature who had a rough exterior. As you're going to find out in a little bit, Scoria they are basically the opposite of the Pumice. They are cousins, they are related. This is what you're kind of learning a little bit from Blue when he has taken you into his home, or his village, I should say.
You have to do all this in the voice now. If you're saying Blue did this.
Okay.
Yeah. Challenge you.
So as you're sitting down, you're getting some food, and they have a medley of different things. Oh, before we get into this, Will Free is at another table talking with an elderly Pumice, and he is showing Will Free the entire map of Gnihsion so that you can actually have a better guide, because Will Free was kind of confused on like him remembering when he was a part of the monodrones before when he was free.
Oh, okay.
So now he's being taught where to go and how to lead people.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
All right. So we're
More
teaching
better.
our guide how to guide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Exactly.
It's so weird because
We should just grab the guide and say, "Would you come with us?" And
yeah, or I would just grab the map, but I guess we got to give him something to do. So that you know what, that sounds fair, because I was about to say, like, I thought he said that he doesn't remember anything from before he got free will. So, but you know, we got to give him something to do. He won't shut up.
His mind's a little frazzled. So he's just trying to kind of reprogram,
Mine's a little
reorient.
fraggled. Oh, did you like that?
No.
nice.
Me neither.
Then the final thing is Cerulean is in the back room of the tavern. He is tied up and put in the back room away from everybody else. So they kind of did that immediately when they found Cerulean. So for the sake of like learning stuff with you and the audience, that can be the conversation that you guys are having now with Blue.
And so, why is he tied up?
Well, it's a little hard to explain. If you can see some of the other Pumice around here, Miss Hilltopper, we look different than our pal Cerulean does. As you can see, we have more color. We are, more coherent. We are brighter. That's because we're not under the mind control of Lord Zigabeth.
Oh, okay. So you see him as a threat.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
That's why there's like no one here.
Oh.
He's been kidnapping all of the Pumice so that he can have his own little personal army. Because honestly, the rest of the Scoria people, they don't like him. He's just kind of a self-made king.
Oh, I
dear.
see. Oh, and okay, so he's under control. I see. Yeah. So you guys are just, you seem relatively chipper and nice. You seem great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Cerulean seemed not the best. So.
Well, he was always a little bit of a stinker.
Oh. Wow, you guys are so nice. That's such a nice word.
So that's good. Until further notice, we're gonna keep him tied up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not a bad.
Yeah, I'm just, I kind of forgot he was with you guys, and I'm a little concerned that
That he's dead? Because he was webbed up there for a bit. I was able to breathe.
the Pumice are more resilient than you would think.
Oh, okay.
But
Now here's the other thing: has he committed so many crimes against y'all? Do you, by any chance, need to keep him?
well, all of the stuff he's done is not under his control. He was a little trickster, but he was never bad.
Oh, okay.
But now that he's working with Zigabeth, out of no violation, he's using the Forge of Control. There's a well forge down here, right?
No.
What?
We
Wait.
were.
And then
It's like wait, what?
What?
so everybody's, face is shocked except for Quentin. So Quentin kind of looks and he goes, "Well, yeah, kind of figured that was going on here."
Why didn't you say something?
Wait, how did you figure? We're basically in another world right now.
Yeah,
They got forges in other worlds?
Well,
it's just further down. It looks like.
yeah, we're still on the planet of Gnihsion. We're still in our world, just in a different area of it.
Oh.
And Emmy, I'm gonna have to catch you up and I guess I had to catch up Jak too on more. But the Forge of Control was a big thing for Nerissa.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's not a huge surprise that
This is the spot.
this is happening. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Quentin goes, Emmi, Gray, Roxy, I guess it's time for me to talk about who Nerissa, and as he starts saying it is,
Blue goes, oh yes, Nerissa Holmes, one of the old Guardian members.
Casual? How do you know about this?
Well, the Pumice know all about the Guardians.
Oh, I guess because of the prophecy.
Yeah, exactly, the prophecy.
Oh,
Okay. Wow, this has been very knowledgeable.
so Blue goes,
Oh yeah, I guess it's kind of time to talk about the prophecy. As long as I can remember, the Pumice have this kind of fascination with the departed Guardians. We keep track of who's in their ranks, who's departed, and we do it by these little things. And he pulls out the gold medallion that he had with Droopy's face on it. He says, we have a big museum, I guess that's how we should call it, that kind of dictates a lot of your history and a little bit on everybody here.
Huh.
how detailed is this for each of us?
Yeah, I mean, there's gaps, but for a lot of people, we know a lot.
Oh,
And then Gray perks up and he goes, whoa, wait, how, if you guys live like underground, how do you know about the Guardians and stuff? That doesn't make any sense. And then Blue
Says, well, we as Pumice, we have this sort of natural ability, and we're able to briefly go into the surface world. We do it by riding the magical waves that come up from the ground that creates the magic that's in Gnihsion. And it looks, and he goes, oh, we call it, and he says like a word that's completely like unintelligible.
like Hamananama?
Trying to think of the Muppet thing.
Manamana.
And then Roxy says, oh, they look like dancing lights, so like an aurora borealis.
And Blue goes, oh, yeah, I guess that's a good way to explain it. So once those come up every so often, once in a blue moon, we are able to use that to go into the surface world and catch up for a little bit, but we gotta go back to come back in.
And then Gray goes, well, hold on, wait. You guys can ride these magical waves and be out on the surface world?
And Blue's like, well, yeah, for a brief time.
Wait, can we ride those magical? Or are we too big?
Oh, wait, no, that must be, you said a natural ability for you guys.
I mean, if we have someone, we can take them through, which is how I assume Zegabeth got you all down here.
Oh, does it work both ways then?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, because if you recall, whenever, all right, for me, I was in one place, I looked at my medallion, and the next thing I knew, I woke up.
The medallion has nothing to do with it. Oh. It was that you were next to the aurora borealis. The Zegabeth's Pumice came out and grabbed you, and they did the same thing to Jak.
Right. That's right.
And they were going to get Ophelia, but Quentin pulled her out of the way, and they grabbed him instead. Hey, everybody. Scotty here. I just wanted to do a quick little jump in. While I was doing this explanation, I did forget to mention, or I didn't explain well, that when the Pumice travel to Gnihsion through the Aurora, it's always a one-way trip. Due to the chaotic magic of Gnihsion, once someone goes through the Auroras, whether or not they started in the underground or on the surface, they will always return to Gnihsion, which is the Pumice's plight of why they can't leave, or if they do leave, it's only for a very brief amount of time, and our hero situation. You'll find out in a little bit, there is a way out permanently, but it has some rules to it, and we'll get into that as the show goes on. I just wanted to clear that up really, really quick. So sorry for the interruption. Now back to the show.
Were the medallions just like a calling card, I guess, then?
Wait, do you have medallions too?
Yes.
We've been missing a couple.
Oh,
Yes, here's mine.
yeah.
See?
Wait, these are your medallions?
Yeah, these are. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, like, I assume it's just, like, we were grabbed by Zigabeth's folks, so we don't know how these medallions got to us if they're yours.
He might have been tracking. That's how he found out and tracked you guys because he used, our way of kind of honoring you all.
Oh, through the medallions. So are you telling me I should chuck mine, like, across the town? I don't think we should have him coming over here.
I wouldn't want that because we need it for our museum.
No, I figured. It's just if he's using these to track it, doesn't he? I'm just concerned that he knows where we are.
Well, I mean, I'm always concerned about that, but I think, we should be okay.
Okay, I mean. No.
So yeah, here's mine. You can have mine
So
back.
yeah, he takes all the medallions back, and just as clarification, Vicky, you had Emmys. Jak, you had found and picked up the rest of like your team. So you, Quentin, Ophelia, Nyx, and Astrid.
Okay, yeah. Who's here right now, just so that we're aware of, like, at the table?
The 3 guardians that are here right now are Emmi, Jak, and Quentin.
Yes.
Nyx and Astrid are at the old guardian base in Quarterkeep.
Right.
And Droopy, Droopy is at the burrow, and those 3 people are there as far as you know.
Right. And the other people, I just remember just last couple episodes, and it's Roxy and Gray that they grabbed instead.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to
Oh,
clarify.
sure.
Yeah.
No, and Roxy, she goes, "Hey, can I see one of those?" And she looks, and she's like, "Oh, well, the girl they think I am looks somewhat like me." And she hands it back to Blue, and Craig grabs it, and he goes, "I don't look anything like this. This is a half orc."
I don't know. Kind of looks like you, my guy. I take it and hand it back.
Blue
Says, well, I know. Seems like you guys lucked out. They didn't get any of your other friends. But who knows if Zigabeth will catch on and try to, because
I would assume that all the stuff that's happened in the past couple episodes, you've told Blue.
Okay.
So he's kind of caught up on everything that's been going on so far.
But getting back to it, I kind of got a little off track. The prophecy, a long time ago, 3 guardians came to Gnihsion. As the story goes, to make it more thematic, we say the woman with one arm, a wise bird man, and a royal galley noble came to us.
That's Archimedes. Yeah. I don't know the other 2. I'm trying to think.
Yes. So, as Blue says their names, the Birdman is Archimedes. The woman with one arm does not have a name. She never gave one. Her companions and everybody just simply called her Arm. And then the last person is named, it is Orion Stahl.
A guardian.
Yeah, he was a guardian.
Oh, wow. Quentin, did you know this?
Yeah.
What? How much are you not telling us?
I don't know. I mean, we need like security A clearance or something for that. I'm just going to accept that, I guess.
There's a lot that you guys don't need to know that goes on, but
I guess until we need to know.
And so little man, I'm flattered that you're so high and mighty about all of us, and you got this prophecy that I'm sure you'll get to. But
yeah, these medallions look great. This is great likenesses, especially this orc right here. I hold it up to Gray again.
Gray just kind of rolls his eyes. Quentin says, "But we're in a place that we've never been before, where half of our friends are possibly in danger. You told us that there's a forge here, and now that we have that confirmed, that's my main priority. It's how we can shut that down, because that's our job, as you know." And he points at Emmi and Jak, and he goes, "As you guys know, that's our job. That's our main goal."
Yes.
So whatever this, I keep hearing guardian pure of heart, and that we can help save your people. As much as I love to do that, my main concern is shutting down that forge.
Hey, the way things go for us, I look at Emmi. Way things go for us, goals are hand in hand, entwined like vines. I am sure if we do our job, we get their goals accomplished as well. So, like, where is the Forge of Control?
Blue goes, well, conveniently, it's in the place, and it's going to be the only place that seems like it's going to get you guys out as the story goes. Oh. So the three guardians who stayed in Gnihsion, the ones I mentioned before,
yes,
they taught us a lot on how to live, and they wrote, helped us create tools and civilizations, hide and protect from the creatures that attack us. You met some of them, the ettercaps, the spiders, and the aboleths that fly. There's a lot more than that.
Frightening. I love it here.
Oh, it is, but if it wasn't for the guardians, then, we wouldn't be able to get out. And so when they got to the forge and wanted to check that it was all in order, they said that they would be back, and they left. And so ever since then, us Pumice have just been waiting for them to get back.
Oh, wow.
Well, you got us.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, because this is on the anniversary that they left. So as far as the stories go, the exit, the hole to get out of Gnihsion, is coming up now. It's kind of like your only one shot of getting out of here.
And what about you?
Well,
did you want to leave or did you want to stay?
Well, if you guys will lead us all into freedom, then that would be great, because that would, fulfill the prophecy.
It's a really nice way of saying it. it's a really nice way of saying it. But yeah, no, we can do that for you for sure.
Sure, I think that we could all accomplish that same goal.
Yeah, I think we need to try real alcohol here, so we'll get you back up for sure.
But then Gray goes, hey, I'm still confused though. If you guys can go in between the worlds riding the different waves, what makes...
Why did you not stay out?
Yeah, why didn't you stay out? What makes the Guardians...
What keeps you tied here, I guess, is your question?
And so Blue says, well, when we ride the Aurora, or the Phenomena, the lights, it's only temporary for us. But since the Guardians never returned on the eve of their exile, it would seem that if there was a big, form of energy that shot up out of the forge, or close to the forge, I should say, and just all that energy swelled up, and all of the auroras got into one central location, and it sent them out. And since they've never returned, we just assume that same would happen to us. So yeah, we can go out and see and experience the world for a little bit, but it's only temporary.
It's not enough to push you out completely.
Right.
There's something there that's keeping you there, and
apparently
we can keep that to the minute stuff. I think it's called science, but yeah, I think.
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We need to teach you a lot of stuff. You'll see when we get back home.
So yeah, that's kind of everything went. To re-explain in a voice that doesn't kill my throat.
Right.
Arm, Archimedes, Oriental found the Pumice, basically helped them build their own civilization on a particular day, which doesn't have a holiday name. It should, so we should probably come up with that. Whatever the Pumice call it.
The Guardian Day.
Guardian Day, yeah. Okay, that's fine. So on Guardian Day, they left because all of the Aurora Borealis left the little locations that it would just appear in. So it would appear all throughout the world.
And all swelled towards the forge.
Yeah.
And
shot them out and put them in Gnihsion.
Completely.
So
that ties back to Gnihsion. So they were fine.
So since the Pumice can't really fend for themselves because they're so small and little, they rely on the Guardians to hopefully fulfill this prophecy.
Sure.
And Zigabeth wants the Pumice under his control so that he can make himself look better.
Right. Yeah. It's a style thing, I'm going to assume.
Yeah, he's just a dictator.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But it's not.
But no, we're not going to allow that.
Does that make sense? Is that all cleared up?
Yes.
Okay. Because I wanted to make sure that I got that across well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me write down Guardian Day. Roxy goes, well, that sounds very strange, but cool. So you Mr. Blue, you mentioned that Guardian Day was like now or soon.
And he's like, oh yeah, we don't have too much of time here because there's no, sun to keep track. But as our calendars go, yeah, Guardian Day should be happening sometime soon, like within the next, 12 hours or so.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's no pressure.
So I look at Quentin and I say, so what do you want to do or accomplish regarding the forge before we all get thrusted up,
Well, I mean, my main goal is to shut it down. Okay. So sounds like we got 12 hours to shut it down and then, leave here. Hey, Blue, how many times does Guardian Day happen?
If we miss this shot, how much
When's the
longer
next
till
one?
we get out?
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe like 50 years or so.
Okay. Then we're not going to miss it.
That's cool. All right.
Okay. Forge or no forge? We ain't missing it. Sorry.
I grab my bag and I fix on walking out towards the forge.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay. The sooner the better.
So Gray goes like, well, oh man, then we can't have all you guys stuck down here for another 50 years. That sounds awful. We got to do what we can to get them out, right?
Well, yeah.
And Quentin goes,
along with ourselves.
That's the key point right there. I mean, we need to get out too, because hey, I'm gonna be frank. As much as these guys are neat and cool, we have like a world-ending job to do. Like we have to prevent bad things from happening. So, I mean, if one of us gets out or none of us gets out, like if no one gets out, that's
this. We need to get as many of us out of here as possible.
Yeah.
yes. And if that includes not Blue and his friends, I'm sorry. You seem like a perfectly nice guy, but the priority is us.
Well, I see that. I see where we can accomplish it all. Let's just. So where can you, Blue? Can you show us the way?
I mean,
to
Lil
the forge?
Freeze is like looking at the map right now.
No. But I'm talking about the forge.
No, the forge and the exit are in the same location. So the big mountain, the big beam of light that you saw, that's
where we have to head.
That's where you have to head. That's the forge.
Okay, and how are we going to get there in time, even if it's so far away?
Blue reassures you that you do have enough time, but it's gonna be tricky.
Okay.
Mr. Quentin, Mr. Shortmarsh, I think we can get everything accomplished pretty well.
And he like waves over for Wilfrey to bring the map with them, and he says,
"Oh well, thank you. If you look, here we are,
and you're kind of like in the center of the land, and you're trying to get to the really really far right corner, so northeast."
I'm kind of imagining the map from Lord of the Rings movies, where it's just like, oh, it's the land of Mordor. And
Yeah.
it's just, yeah. I think that was even northeast on that map too. So,
over there is where the Forge of Control is built on top of the forge. So the forge is underneath something. Is Zigabeth's prime castle.
Oh, great.
He has multiple castles. You were in one of them. That's where the jail cell that was before is.
what were we in his vacation home?
Right.
A dungeon?
You were yes.
Okay.
Because he is trying to build castles in multiple locations because he wants to be.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
cool guy.
Yeah. He's building multiple resorts for the rest of the score. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
More for himself because he's like outcasted by the Scoria.
Right.
Oh,
I mean, maybe it'll get him more friends, but I don't know. It seemed rather eccentric.
And so that is where the Guardian Day exit is going to be. So it's all in the same location.
okay.
It's just a matter of getting there, and when the time comes, what your priorities are.
Okay.
As you're seeing, Quentin is kind of adamant about shutting down the forge and getting out, regardless of the pumice. And as it goes on, Gray is like, well, Quentin, I don't see why you have to be so hard about this. It seems like we all have a similar goal.
Yeah, you know what?
I agree.
Great, I'm with you.
I am
and
too.
I kind of have some ideas about how we can organize right here. Look, these goals are the same.
Yeah.
They're at the exact same place. So honestly, all we have to do is make sure
Just
that
get
we're
there.
organized and get there.
Yeah. And so, Blue, if you could get your and there's not many of them.
Yeah.
Let's get your guys and let's get going.
Gray here is fantastic with people like you guys. So, like, let's get a couple squads up. Let's do this.
Okay, well, I'll go alert the rest of the town, and we'll make sure that everything is kind of set. It'll take me a while to get everybody and make sure they all have their stuff, but you guys could just wait.
Well, we don't have a long while, so just tell them to take whatever is necessary, and we're heading out.
I understand.
Okay.
But thanks again.
Sure.
And as he leaves, Roxy says, now, Blue, could you show me where that museum of the Guardians is? It sounds kind of interesting. If we're just kind of waiting for you all to get ready, I'm going to head over there and go check that out. And Blue's like, oh, well, yeah, sure. Well, I'll come with me. I'll show you. And
Blue, sorry, can me and Gray come along with you? I'm just interested in meeting the rest of you guys. I don't know about you, Gray.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't mind. Maybe if we help them out, it can go a little bit faster.
Sure. Yeah, no, I just like to get a little, personal people, let's help them out.
Okay, so you were going to go with Blue to help out, like pack everything back up.
Yeah.
Roxy is going to the museum.
I'm interested in going with her to see where that museum is too. Okay. I just want to see everything. I'm curious.
Emmy, what are you doing?
I don't know. I looked over at Quentin and I thought, well, there's no sense in us just standing here.
Well, there's not, too much we can do.
But if we all kind of stay together, to me, it seems like that would go quicker instead of, okay, we now have all you guys. Now where the heck is Quentin?
Everything is in relative location, especially because you guys are so much bigger than everybody else.
Oh, that's true.
I'm gonna be able to see you across the town.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not too far away for everybody to kind of do their own thing.
Okay.
So as Blue and Jak and Gray go off, Emmy, what would you like to do? I have something that I could lead you in a direction.
Sure. Well,
it's.
I have no agenda. No ideas.
It's kind of finding out. Maybe you stay with Wilfrey and you're looking at the map, and you're in the tavern, and Quentin's just kind of sitting by himself. Maybe to talk to him to find out what's his whole deal. He seemed a little bit off.
Yeah.
About the whole situation.
Okay. So I can do that.
Yeah.
Sure. Them walked away.
Yeah.
Perhaps I do stand next to Quentin, who's obviously considerably taller than me.
I mean, he's touching the ceiling of this whole place.
Exactly. And I look up at him and go, all right, so tell me, what is going on with you? And what else are you holding back?
You Jersey Shore reality show go, what is your deal?
What's your deal? Mister?
I would like you to make a charisma roll.
Okay, because after all, I am very... All right, well, maybe not so much at the moment because I'm tired, but I have an 8.
Okay, it's not the best, so that I don't keep information from you or the audience. I'll just say that Quentin is going to still continue to be grouchy, even though he's talking towards you.
Okay.
So that's more of the tone that was going in. Not I won't because obviously we have to know stuff that Quentin knows.
Yeah.
Story reasons. That's just that has to happen.
We could say too, there's literally the only 3 or 4 people in that little room. So it's what's he gonna do? Walk to the other corner?
Yeah.
It's just, how can he do that? His head's on the ceiling. Whatever.
Yeah. So he sits down so that he's more an eye level with you. Emmy, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of this whole thing. We just got so much left to do as Guardians, and I don't know how much time we have left.
Oh, okay. I see that.
I mean, we just got pulled into another situation.
Yes.
You weren't there at Quarter Keep, but when we were there, we learned about one of my old teammates, and he explains everything that happened in Jak's episode to you. And he just says, look, this girl Narissa, I thought the world of her. I was completely head over heels.
Oh.
And she was toxic. She was vile. She was brutal. And I didn't see it until it was too late.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
She hurt me. She hurt people around her. I never knew what happened to, as he explains, as a refresher, she does experiments on different people and herself. So her and Quentin did like this potion experiment to make him live longer.
Oh, wow.
That was like part of a vampire too. And so now as like Quentin's telling you all of this, you're looking at him, and the first time you ever met Quentin, you remember his face, and as you're looking at him now, you can tell he's older.
Yeah, he's noticeably older.
He's noticeably older.
You see through his eyes a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. The window in his eyes clears up a bit.
It seems like his age is beginning to catch up with him.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, are you gonna dust him off in this story arc? Please don't. Come on, dude. He's getting older as we walk through the land of Gnihsion. His hair gets so much grayer
and longer.
Oh no! And he gets wrinklier.
And he looks like Dumbledore.
And he's the one. He's the one who closes the forge, and he just dusts away. Ooh. And then it's up to us. Dang, you just don't want to do the short march voice anymore, do you? I get it. It's fine. I don't know why I'm talking. Jack's all the way on the other side of the town.
That's right.
I'll be on the other side of the room in real life.
You're not.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. You're not even.
Later.
You and Gray are doing something else.
I'll be over here.
I'm over here. Way over here.
He explained that he was part of this experiment, and he says that there's this other experiment that happened to his teammate Sia, Sia Flightfeather, this half human, half Arakoan, which is the bird people, girl who was a part of his team, which was Nerissa, the original Jak Pilgrim, and, well, Sia. That girl was so sweet. She was so kind. And the more time she spent around Nerissa, the more quiet she got, the more, I don't know, something changed in her. And by the time I left to go look for the new base, when the Guardians got killed, Nerissa had died, and I don't know what happened to Sia. She's just gone. And as far as I knew it, her life was ruined. And Nerissa didn't accomplish anything. She just died. The insect glaive killed her. And he just kind of keeps going, and he says, I just don't think I'm doing a good job with the Guardians. I left them when they needed me, and they all died, except for a few who I don't know where they are now. I only know of you guys, and that's because I've trained you. He goes, I see a future for you and Jak, but I don't see a future for me. I think my time is over. I just, I got them hurt. I got Nerissa hurt. I'm probably going to get all of these little creatures hurt too. I made a deal with the Black Spider. I started to think that he was actually my friend the whole time we had him at Sundew.
I remember.
We kept him kidnapped, but I would let him out all the time. I hung out with him. I thought I could trust him.
Right.
And then when I promised him freedom, we put him in jail, and now he hates me. So yeah, I entrapped him. I feel like a bad guy because I feel like I'm the bad guy. And so all this prophecy, all this stuff sounds fun, but in my life, it's just led to more and more disappointment.
Well, I can totally appreciate that. But I think that you are, in a sense, a victim of a lot of circumstances that were these circumstances all around you. I don't think that you caused them or that you are a bad guy. And you know what? Your time may be coming to an end. Your job now is to train us up the best way you know how. And then we will just have to, continue on.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
I appreciate that. I mean, he puts his hand on your shoulder, and as he looks down because he feels something hugging him, he sees Will-Free like hugging his leg. He goes, "Hello. I don't know you. I've forgotten your name. I know where to go now, but I feel like I should do this."
And I look at Quentin. I go, "Now you see, we can't leave these little guys. We're all just one big happy family. We're gonna all head to the forge. We're gonna do what we need to do, and we're gonna all get the heck out of here. Okay?
All right.
All right."
So, Jak, you are with the Pumice. You were with Blue and Gray, and I would like you to make a strength roll.
Okay.
That for helping getting a caravan ready for them.
Cool.
So there's about, I said less than a dozen, so I'll give an actual number. There's about 7.
Okay.
Of
Which
them
is very
left.
manageable, really, actually. And because we're so big, I mean, honestly, if we each had to carry one, it wouldn't be even an issue.
I didn't even think about carrying them. I thought that they would follow behind us, but I guess they're so tiny.
They're
Their
tiny.
leg stride is like
Exactly.
an inch long. So
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, oh, no. We don't have enough time to let them walk.
Yeah.
So either we pull them, if there is a wagon of
drag
some
them
sort.
across the ground.
drag 'em.
Just pull.
So they have like a horse-drawn carriage, but there is no animal to pull them.
Oh, so one of us has.
One of you will be pulling them.
That's no problem.
Yeah, and it's big enough. It's a pretty big like wagon, but it's big enough for everybody there. So they are kind of all able to put stuff together.
Yeah.
Cool. I know you're asking me to do a strength roll. Can Gray do a strength roll?
Oh, he is 100% going to do one.
Okay, because is this going to be a rock, paper, scissors
No, I'll take
one
turns.
shot to
Wait.
figure out who does it? All right,
No,
let's
I
do it.
Dang. That's a pretty high number.
I got a 16.
I got 16. Okay, Gray got a 10. So Gray seems to be struggling a little bit more than Jack is getting kind of all of the stuff. Jack, take it away.
All right, well, looking a little noodly here, my boy. Why don't you step aside? I got this.
I'm just off my game a little bit. It's a different world,
right?
different gravity.
Yeah, different gravity. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're so short. Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
That's
sure.
what's happening.
Yeah. Take a step aside. Let me get this. Do the work here. Yeah. Go over there. Maybe find some alcohol. Go back to the museum. Figure if there's some alcohol in the
Hey, no.
museum.
You can't sideline me again this time.
Yeah, this isn't sidelining. Okay, look at this.
Well,
I gotta do some horseback stuff.
Well, I know.
And the carriage.
I know all these little guys like worship you and Emmy or whatever.
They
but
worship you too.
I don't have a medallion.
Yeah, you do, and it looks great. Look at this is like Nick's, 'cause that's what the picture is. You look so good, my boy.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. He kind of stops and just goes, okay, look, I was a bit mad at you a while ago. I'm not going to say I'm not mad now, because I still am, but I'm not going to, like, stab you in the throat or anything, or, like, I don't know. Jack, I just don't get it. I just don't get why I was left out of going to this whole Guardian business. Like,
Listen, I understand why you're frustrated and whatnot. It's just like this stuff was like on deck, like queue by queue, like, hey, like we have this available, we have this available, we have this available. And, things happened. I'd have sent like letters and whatnot, but yeah, that's on me. I didn't really catch up beforehand to figure out how you were doing. Like it was just like very sporadic with letters and whatnot, but I was trying to give you some space just because I didn't know how your recovery was going as well. What with the mind control and whatnot, I don't know. I was a little concerned, and I figured you might need your space because you needed your space before. What with the cool totem stuff?
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I can't.
Yeah.
It is hard to complain. I don't know. It's weird, man, because I don't know. I feel alone. Actually, I'm gonna have him make a charisma roll. Okay.
You got to roll a 20 against me if you're doing it against me. I'm just kidding.
I want you to make a persuasion roll.
Oh, sure. I got 11 total.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's higher than actually what Gray got.
Oh.
So he says, for so long we were traveling together as a whole family, as a group, as a team, and I like that, but I also long to be on my own, and I just can't find the balance between that. I love helping and protecting people. I know Quentin is being really harsh on these creatures, but like I don't care if I get stuck down here as long as they're out. Like that, I think that matters. That matters way more to me because I know I help someone with that. Because I have a history of not helping people. I have this old friend group who apparently Emmy met and knows really well, and I have to talk to them that I almost got killed because of my own stupid vendetta to go against the Stormborns. And then now, I was tricked into being mind controlled, and the only way I got out of it and did so much better is because, my best friend / brother made a joke and a goof that got me and made a loophole in my brain that broke the spell. Like,
hey, there's finger guns being pointed at you. I dropped the carriage just to do that. Pick it up again. This whole time, also, we're doing like a walk and talk, like New York scene, and I've got the carriage behind me, so just for visuals' sake. Just for visuals' sake.
He goes, I just don't know what my place is.
I got you.
It wasn't. I don't think it was with Totem and those other guys. I frankly don't know if it's with the Guardians. As much as I want to be like you, like Jak, I'm not. And I don't know. I just feel like the weak link in our family, even weaker than Jamie. And he literally doesn't do anything except sell stuff.
I mean, sell stuff, but physically, like, I'm gonna agree with you because I've seen Jamie do some cool work. He got really buff. You seen him recently?
So I am not as cool as Jamie.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'm just playing my guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I say that I'm a part of the District 6. I am an officer, but like, I don't do anything. I'm not in charge of anything.
Well, I mean, not now, but here's the thing. Like, I see you like jumping into stuff, but then you get caught up with some conflict and, it gets you caught up a bit. And I mean, like, I think it might be about sticking with it. Like, you got an advantage over me and it's really good. Like, I got to tell you, it's not just for narrative's sake. Like, I mean, cause it kind of is, but like, I forget so much. And it's because I live in the moment, dude. Like, sure. I could not tell you what we were doing right before we got here. I mean, I know, but I need people to remind me by like phrases and keywords and sentences because I live in the moment. I walk into a place eating breakfast and I get attacked. But like, I don't remember why I walked in there. I don't remember my history. Yeah, but we talk so much about our history, and it's only because I'm familiar with the rest of you guys, and I love everybody. I love you guys like so much, but it's just a feeling. Nothing's ever concrete with me except for the moment. And the thing is, like, you got a clear grasp on your past. The moment gets to you. And I see that all the time. The moment gets to you and it keeps you down. But, you can keep moving forward, I think. You don't have to do it the same way I do because I need these people to keep me structured. Without the Guardians, I don't know. I feel like I'd be in the Underdark and I feel like I'd be very different. And I feel like I'd have given Jak a very bad name. Maybe your place isn't with the Guardians, maybe your place isn't with the District, but, to be real, there's a lot of good that you do. And I think that sticking with one thing, that might not be you. Maybe you're just a traveler and maybe you help people. Maybe you're an adventurer. You just help people, and I get you. But I don't think that you should be kept down. I'm a little concerned that, this plight of character here of yours is gonna get you into a lot more trouble. And I get it because it's the distress. But like, there's a lot of people up there that might need you. I have no clue what happens in Gnihsion. You're gonna get out with us, all right? Like, I know you don't care that you would want to stay here if you had to. Sure. Make the ultimate sacrifice. And I'm really sorry if the stuff that we do and my work-life balance gets in the way of that. But it's just about your own. It's a little difficult, but I think you got it.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Now, especially the moment thing. I really stuck onto that. Can't live in the moment because I don't want to be like you. I shouldn't live in the past. I should look towards the future.
Yeah.
And to me, right now, what I'm seeing is I want to give these little guys a future. And wherever that is, if people will even notice them, at least they have the opportunity. And I think that'll be good.
Look at that. See? That's my guy. I pick up that carriage and I start walking.
He puts his arm around you.
Yeah. And I give him the carriage slowly and walk off myself.
And he's like, damn it. So, as you guys kind of reconvene, let's say it's been about 30 minutes. I was thinking in my mind it would take the Pumice to gather up their stuff in about an hour. 30 minutes because Jak helped. You guys are meeting outside of what's called the museum of the Guardians and stuff, and you see Rocky.
Hey, I'm here. Adrian, where's she at?
You guys, this little Pumice just talking to Roxy, going, "Hey, how's it going? Where you at?" And she's like, "What is this? Someone stop him, please!" And she turns around, he's just going, "Hey!"
I pick up Rocky the Pumice and I put him in the back of the carriage and just sort of like, shut up.
She will hurt you.
And so, with everybody reconvene, Blue goes, "Well, Emmi, Jak, it seems like everybody's here. So if
Awesome. I'm very, very proud of all of y'all. You moved quicker than I expected.
And they all cheer and they're like, "Yay!"
But then again, if you recall, they've all been working towards this day. So it can't be like this was a big surprise. Oh, ring the bell. You know, it was like, no, they already knew.
And Blue goes, "Okay, let me just get a head count. We got Ella, we got Rocky, he's going through." And he goes, "Oh, shoot, we still left Cerulean left in the inn. He's still tied up."
Oh yeah.
I forgot about him.
I'll go get him.
As Jak, you're going to go get him. He says, "No, once we get closer, we're going to have to try to, free the other ones that are still at Zigabeth's castle." So,
I thought we were going in the opposite direction.
No, they got to be at the Prime Castle.
So
now,
we were at the second castle. There's a big castle that's fully constructed that's his main house. We were in his side house.
Okay, wow.
I know it's really stupid.
Yes.
Jak,
One man does not need 5 houses.
Jak, as you open the door to the room where Cerulean is, there's an empty chair and rope that is just laying on the ground.
Oh. So he's gone?
Yeah, he's not there.
I pick up the chair and I throw it across the street, which I guess is to where everyone else is because it's a small town.
Yeah, so you see this chair fly out and it doesn't break, but it slides across the road and someone steps on the chair to stop it with their feet, and you see this glamorous boot. And on his shoulder, you see Cerulean, who you're looking for, and the man there is Zigabeth.
Oh, shit. I mean, darn.
Zigabeth goes,
I did it again.
he goes, "Thank you very much, my pet." And he holds Cerulean like in his arms, and he goes, "You did such a fantastic job leading me and the others here." And so then behind him, these really large, grotesque fire beetles come in. They're hunched over and they walk like upright, even though their legs are like on the ground, so they have like 4 sets of legs.
Ew, dude.
And they got big meaty claws and like really, really hard carapaces. And then walking out from behind all of these fire beetles is a mind flayer.
Oh god.
So you see this humanoid with a light blue skin and the head of an octopus and tentacles like coming from its mouth.
Ew.
And Zigabeth goes, "Well, everyone, we can go the easy way or the fun way. Let me know which one you want to do, because trust me, down here in my world, I like doing it the fun way."